Hi, movie story recapped here. Today, I'm going to explain a 2001 American comedy film called Bubble Boy, directed by Blair Hayes. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie started out with a boy named Jimmy, who was born with no immunity. When he was 4, his parents finally took him home from the hospital from which he was born. He knows he is a special boy because he never gets outside his plastic bubble. His mother told him that he was born with no immunity, and so the tiniest germ could kill him if he ever dared to leave his protected super clean environment. As a consequence, Jimmy must live in a huge plastic bubble installed in his bedroom by his mother. He did everything inside of the bubble. His mother only allowed him to watch one channel.
I wish TVs had more than one channel, Mom.
So do I, dear.
And homeschooled throughout the years. Jimmy's mother is a bit of a religious freak, so she feeds him cross-shaped cookies and tells him that the world is a dirty, horrible place to live in. Jimmy observes the world from his window, and one day he sees Chloe, which is the girl next door, washing her car, and he has an erection. His mother is horrified, and she tells him that from now on he must recite the Pledge of Allegiance whenever he has an erection, and it will automatically go away. One day after school, Chloe went up to Jimmy's room and met him for the first time in person. Over time, Chloe kept visiting Jimmy outside his bubble, and they became best friends. He teaches her how to play the guitar, and they spend a lot of time with each other having fun. She brings him gifts, and she gives them to him through a decontamination chamber.
Bubble Boy, what about your party? What? Jimmy, you have to wish me happy birthday.
One day she asks Jimmy to let her in his bubble, and he refuses. He is afraid that he will die because his mother told him so. Chloe tells him that she will get herself decontaminated, but Jimmy says no. She eventually graduated and prepare herself for prom and finds herself a prom date named Mark. She eventually start dating Mark for 2 years after that. Chloe then visits Jimmy to tell him that she is going away to marry Mark in Niagara Falls. She tells Jimmy that she can no longer visit him, and he is very sad.
Well, we've sort of been going out off and on for a while now, and
So one night, Jimmy builds himself a smaller bubble suit and he gets out of the house for the first time in his life.
grass.
He decides to travel to Niagara Falls and stop Chloe from getting married to her boyfriend. He escapes his home, then goes to the bus station, and he is told that the ticket to Niagara Falls costs $260. He knows nothing about the outside world and he has no money. He doesn't pay attention, and he gets hit by a bus full of teenagers that call themselves the Bright and Shiny.
I'm Todd.
And I'm Lorraine.
And we can get you to Niagara Falls.
Jimmy is not hurt and his bubble is intact, and the teenagers load him into their bus and tell him they will get him to Niagara Falls for free. Jimmy's mother woke up that morning to bring Jimmy some breakfast and finds out that her son left the nest. She loses her mind. She then packs her bags and her husband and starts looking for him. Jimmy understands that the Bright and Shiny is some sort of a religious group, and he is naive enough to ask if they are a cult. They get mad and throw him out of the bus in the middle of the desert. Jimmy starts walking through the desert, and he meets a biker called Slim.
What are you? Some kind of astronaut?
No way, Mom. I'm some kind of bubble boy.
He helps Slim fix his flat bike tire, and he takes Jimmy to Vegas. They have a really good time in Vegas, but Jimmy decides to take off on his own after winning a small bike as a prize. When the Bright and Shiny cult group reached their destination, their religious leader revealed the followers that they will encounter the Chosen One and he would have a round aura. The members from the bus thinks that they kicked out the Chosen One. They began to instantly panic when they thought Jimmy was their new messiah, and their leader says whoever rejected him would mutate and burn eternally. So the Bright and Shiny group also began looking for Jimmy. Jimmy's mother catches up with him on his way to Niagara Falls.
Holy mother shit, what is this? Space creature? Alien? Oh my god, Jimmy!
But she hits him with her car by mistake and he is projected into a train. He finds out that the train belongs to Dr. Freak and his gang and that they are some sort of circus band.
I could use some fresh meat on my show. Why don't you hop your little bubble butt back on that train?
He knocks out Dr. Freak and escapes. He travels with them for a while, then he meets Hush Pop, an Indian man eating fast food being teased by the locals.
You know, that's
That's the stupidest looking hat I've ever seen.
It's adorable! It's adorable!
Jimmy steps in to help him and almost got pummeled himself. However, they all ran from him because they thought he was contagious.
He's got him! No! He's contagious! Don't try and change your story now, boy.
The man saves Jimmy from the calamity. The man owns an ice cream and curry truck. Jimmy asks Push Pop, the Indian man, to take him to Niagara Falls, and he accepts. Push Pop hits a cow on the road and he gets very upset. Jimmy tells him that it's just a cow, which makes Push Pop even more upset. He gives Jimmy an ice cream and he tells him to go away so he can atone for his sins. Jimmy walks as he tastes ice cream for the first time. Soon after, Slim came driving up with his backup looking for the bright and shiny group. When they pull over to get some ice cream from the Indian man, the bright and shiny group ran over their motorcycles intentionally. Jimmy arrives at a small town and he asks a very old man to take him to Niagara Falls. The man tells him that he needs $500 to get to Niagara Falls, so Jimmy goes into a bar. He wrestles some girls into the mud and he wins the $500 prize. When he came out the bar, the bright and shiny group found him and carried him off to cut the bubble off of Jimmy. The Mr. Freak members rescued Jimmy right in time. Slim, the bright and shiny group, and Mr. Freak members all began to fight. Jimmy and Pappy, the old man, take off to Niagara Falls, but the old man dies at the wheel and Jimmy got thrown out of the car. Jimmy reaches a store and calls Chloe to tell her that he is on his way and that she must wait for him, but Mark answers the phone and tells Jimmy that he is just a freak and that he must take his mind away from Chloe because she will never marry him. Jimmy is sad and he decides to call his mother and tell her to take him home. The parents arrive and found Jimmy. As his mother left to the restroom, the father intervenes and insinuated that Jimmy go to Niagara Falls and follow his dream. Jimmy ran towards a plane as his parents, the bright and shiny group, Slim, and Mr. Freak's members showed up and began to chase behind him. They all collided and it turns out that his mother is Wildfire, which was Slim's long-lost love. What a mess. Jimmy eventually gets on the plane with Pippi, another old man and Pappy's brother.
What happened to you, Pappy? What? I thought you were dead!
I ain't Pappy. I'm Pippi.
He then jumps from the plane into the Niagara Falls and makes it in time for the wedding. He tears his plastic bubble and tells Chloe that he wants to kiss her and that he is willing to die for her. Jimmy tears off the bubble, kisses Chloe, then passes out. Everyone from all groups also arrived to the wedding. When Jimmy's mother arrives, and she must admit that she kept him in his bubble because she wanted him for herself. She tells Jimmy that he got back his immunity when he was 4 years old.
I love you, Mom.
Jimmy marries Chloe and everyone attended included Pappy, who was alive. They live happily ever after. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.